Ever bought a fancy yacht? No, me neither. But imagine if you did. Imagine the luxury, the opulence, the sheer extravagance of owning such a vessel. It's a rich person thing, a symbol of status and wealth that most of us can only dream about. But guess what's even more interesting than a yacht filled with champagne and caviar? It's the mystery behind who actually owns these floating palaces, figuring out who owns it. It's like a real-life detective story, filled with intrigue and hidden identities. Enter Beneficial Ownership Information, or BOI, your new favorite financial detective. This is the tool that helps us uncover the true owners behind these luxurious assets. This isn't about the guy steering the ship or the captain at the helm. BOI is about unmasking the real puppet masters, the people hiding behind shell companies and complex structures. These are the individuals pulling the strings from the shadows. It's about following the money, folks. Tracing the financial trails that lead to the true beneficiaries. For too long, shady characters have used these corporate veils to hide their identities and their dirty money. They've operated in the shadows away from the prying eyes of the law. Think money laundering, tax evasion, the whole shebang. These are serious crimes that affect us all, and BOI is here to help combat them. But BOI is here to tear down the curtains and expose these bad actors. It's about shining a light on the dark corners of the financial world. It's about bringing transparency to the financial system and making sure everyone plays by the rules. With BOI, we can ensure a fairer, more transparent financial landscape for all. BOI is like that friend who always calls you out on your BS, never letting you get away with anything. Except instead of calling you out, it's calling out criminals and corrupt officials trying to play hide-and-seek with their ill-gotten gains, exposing their secrets. See, financial crime thrives in the shadows where it can go unnoticed. It loves complexity, hates sunlight, and avoids transparency. BOI shines a giant spotlight on those dark corners, making it harder for criminals to operate and hide. It's like trying to hide a giraffe in a bathtub. Eventually, someone's gonna notice the absurdity. By knowing who's really behind these companies, law enforcement can track illicit funds, seize assets, and bring those responsible to justice, ensuring accountability. Now let's talk about who needs to report BOI. It's a crucial topic for anyone involved in business operations within the United States. The short answer: if you're a company operating in the US, you probably do. This requirement isn't just for the big players. It applies to a wide range of business entities. This includes corporations, LLCs, and even those fancy-sounding limited liability partnerships. Yes, if your business structure offers limited liability, you're on the list. Basically, if you've got limited liability in your name, get ready to report. This means keeping detailed records and being prepared to share them when required. There are a few exceptions, of course. Charities, churches, and some small businesses might be off the hook. However, these exceptions are specific and not as broad as you might think, but for the most part, if you're in business, you need to get familiar with BOI reporting. It's not just a one-time task, it's an ongoing responsibility that requires attention to detail. And don't even think about trying to pull a fast one. The penalties for non-compliance are about as fun as a root canal. Fines can be hefty, and the legal repercussions can be severe, impacting your business's reputation and operations. So, what exactly do you need to report? Well, it's pretty straightforward. We need names, addresses, dates of birth, the basics. But that's just the beginning. We also need to know about your company's structure, the key players involved, and any significant changes that have occurred recently. Think of it like filling out a form at the DMV, except instead of renewing your driver's license, you're helping fight financial crime. It's not just about ticking boxes, it's about ensuring that every piece of information is accurate and up to date. We need to know who controls the company, who has the power, who's calling the shots. This means identifying the individuals who have significant control or influence over the business operations. And don't even get me started on nominee owners. Those are just fancy words for fake owners. People paid to pretend they're in charge. It's crucial to identify these individuals to prevent any fraudulent activities. BOI sees right through that nonsense. We're talking about real transparency here, folks. Transparency is the key to building trust and ensuring that businesses operate with integrity. So make sure all the information you provide is clear, accurate, and truthful. This isn't just a formality, it's a vital part of maintaining a fair and just financial system.